the digital perspective. I am Julian Yacho, your friendly neighborhood DLC, and we're going to be sending out monthly videos explaining fun things going around in Irving ISD and cool tips and tricks to help you learn and grow as a professional. But before we get into our awesome content we have for you today, let's go ahead and take a look at our calendar and see what we got going on right here. It is September. We got no school Labor Day coming up. I know a lot of people are excited about that. BOY map testing. I know in elementary school we do a really good job of getting hyped and excited for STAR testing, but map testing is just important. So feel free to go the extra mile and get your kids excited to really show their best, because I think it's really important. And we got that purposeful planning day coming up after that. Remember, add your 2 major grade assignments in Canvas by September 26th. This is a great time to just get those knocked out and get them ready, so that way you don't have to worry about that later. And then we'll have the end of the 6 weeks coming up on the 23rd, and plenty more exciting things coming up after that. And today we're going to cover 3 topics I think you'll find very interesting. First, we've got some awesome clips from Learn to Inspire, followed by some demonstrations of a powerful tool, and last we'll finish with convocation. So Learn to Inspire, I want to give a big shout out to one of our amazing digital learning coaches, Mr. Clark. He got some excellent footage of us learning what it means to inspire these awesome kiddos that we are blessed with being able to educate. Let's take a look. What an epic time. I love starting off the year with Learn to Inspire. And remember, the more we're inspired, the more we can inspire our kids. And what good is inspiration without the power to do something with it? Did you know that our kids in Irving ISD have access to more powerful computers right now than the scientists did when we first sent a rocket to the moon? It's pretty wild. Let's take a look at some examples of teachers using the powerful tools that we have right now. This is an awesome example of the use of Google Sites. Now, you may know about Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, but there are even greater parts of the Google Suite, such as Google Sites and one of my personal faves, Google Draw. This one looks like in this example, they're using Google Sites to make a site for, I guess, a business that the students are trying to start. But it can really be used for anything. I love to use it for as a portfolio where they keep track of all the work they make. Or you could use it for science, like let's say we're studying structures of organisms or adaptations and behaviors. Maybe you could make a site all about the animal that you're very interested in. There's a lot of cool things to do here. And here we have a great use of one of the more simple parts of the tools that we have, timers. I remember before we had access to all these devices, that was always one thing I was always looking for, not only in science class, but just for stations or things like that. gives students a little bit more independence and makes them feel cool getting to use these devices for all the different kinds of uses they have. And next we have an example here where they're using another simple tool. We got the calculator, and I think they've also got a little bit of notes going on there as well. So if you were ever, back in that classroom where a teacher said, "Oh, you're never gonna live in an age where you're never gonna have a calculator in your pocket." No, well, guess what? Now we do. So let's get kids used to using these awesome tools that we have. And last but not least, technology can not only help our students succeed, but it can help us teachers succeed. A lot of you have been asking questions about AirServer. AirServer is what we use to connect our iPads to our computers. If you are interested in using yours like this to demonstrate whatever your lesson is, feel free to reach out to your digital learning coach, and we will make sure that you are set up and maybe give you some tips along the way. Shout out to all those amazing teachers going the extra mile to incorporate technology into their lessons. We gotta remember that we're not teaching kids to learn how to succeed today, we're teaching them to learn how to succeed in their future. Their future is gonna have lots of powerful computer tools. So don't be afraid of these things. You have people like me at your campus. Look out for your digital learning coach and ask them any questions you have about anything I've talked about or anything involving using technology to help these kids succeed. And last but not least, let's talk about convocation. It might be at this point right now that you're remembering that I'm actually that one guy that was like really sweaty dancing. Yep, that was me. Love going there and celebrating with the teachers, getting ready for a new year. Let's take a look at some of the clips that we got also, again, by Mr. Clark. Shout out, thanks for getting those for us. Love convocation. Always gets me so hyped and ready to start the year strong. Alright, well that's all we've got for you today, Irving ISD. If you learned something new, if you have any questions, or you have a tip or trick about technology you want us to know and share, tweet us at #DigIISD and I'll get your comment on the next video. There's a lot of things going on in Irving ISD. It's a big and powerful place, and sometimes it's hard to see it all. So if you want to check out what's happening, check out next month's episode of The Digital Perspective. Stay classy, Irving ISD.